Happy Halloween. You know? I mean, not for a couple days, but watch it on Halloween if you want. So, since it's close to Halloween, I thought we'd talk about, well, Halloween. And kind of like its history and stuff. So, ever since I was a kid, my favorite holiday was Halloween. I mean, I liked other holidays like Christmas and Easter, and basically any holiday where people were giving me gifts. I liked that. But I always liked Halloween the best, for some reason. I guess it was because the holiday itself seemed to me a little bit cooler. It was a little dark, it was a little scary. I liked that kind of thing. As you can probably guess. So, let's talk about Halloween and why some, let's call them overly zealous, religious, fun-hating individuals don't want people celebrating that anymore. I would rather you celebrate a fall festival with fun things like trunk or treat at your local church or whatever. Just why? Why do you have to be like this? So, to really understand Halloween, we sort of have to look back at its history so that we can see why this picture of Halloween being an evil holiday that shouldn't be celebrated is kind of misleading. Halloween, as we know it today, is in fact a sort of blending of a Catholic holiday and a Celtic holiday. The Celtic holiday is some 2,000 years old and is referred to as Samhain. Samhain is effectively just an end-of-year celebration and a time to bring your crops in. Not much else. During the time of Samhain, the Celts believed that the veil between this world and the next was at its thinnest, so the dead could in fact come back. Now, what the dead would do is sort of maybe harm crops or, be kind of spooky. I don't know. Now, sometime during 1609, Pope Boniface IV, he moved the celebration of Martyrs' Day from May 13th to November 1st. Now, this was an effort to sort of blend the Celtic and the Christian sort of religions and effectively subvert that religion and get those people to come over to Christianity, which worked pretty much. This holiday was soon called All Souls Day, and the day before, All Hallows Eve, which eventually became Halloween. That's about as far in as I'm willing to go into Halloween for right now, otherwise it would take up the whole video. So in effect, the overly zealous people that believe that Halloween is in fact a devil-worshipping holiday are somewhat mistaken, as it's a holiday created in part by the Catholic Church in efforts to bring people to Christianity, not push them away from it, or otherwise celebrate some sort of demon-worshipping occult thing. It's not evil at all. Now, since then, Halloween has evolved, and most of the time, it's just kids going out and trick-or-treating. So, that's pretty harmless. Halloween is supposed to be a little dark and a little scary, and that's what kind of makes it a bit fun. You get the first taste of real freedom, you're going around to strangers' houses and demanding treats. Might do that right now. I'm kind of hungry. Not my neighbors. Never them. I personally remember a time going trick-or-treating with my friends, and my friends' parents dropped us off in this neighborhood I'd never been to in my entire life. Didn't know how to get home. No possible way of me walking from there. And just left us and said, go trick or treat in this neighborhood. Bye. You know, looking back on that should have been far more terrifying. But you know, they promised me candy, and yeah, apparently I'll do anything for candy. Oddly, we all managed to live, despite the ever-present, apparent kidnappers and murderers lurking in every corner, according to helicopter parents. My point is that Halloween is supposed to be a fun time, and taking that away from kids doesn't make them better for it. It doesn't even make them safer, really, as statistics have clearly shown out. It just robs them of an experience that, in my eyes, is super important and super fun, because you're scared. One thing I want to touch on before I conclude this video is something that bothers me about a different holiday. We're going to talk about Christmas for a second, because Christmas seems to be encroaching even further into October. It is past December, past November, and now taking over October. This great red menace has seen fit to march his holly jolly butt straight through his holiday and through 2 others now, in order to assert dominance over all holidays during the fall and winter months. So this is a trend that I've seen happening a lot, and Christmas seems to be pushing further and further back, as the Christmas folk can't seem to get all of their Christmas out between the 1st and the 31st of December. How is that possible? You have a whole month. What can you do to personally send this portly old bearded present slinger back to his rightful holiday? Stop putting up your tree before the 1st. Stop buying Christmas decorations before the 1st. How economy works is that when you buy something, the people selling it go, oh, I guess they want it, and they want it before then, so we should put it out before then, and that's okay because that market is much bigger than the Halloween market, so we'll just move the Halloween market completely into a small corner, and we'll put Christmas stuff up in the middle of anyway. Just remember to try to keep Christmas in its own holiday, and Halloween in its own holiday, and Thanksgiving, if you celebrate it and are in America, in its own holiday. You have an entire month. What more could you possibly be asking for? Well, that's all I've got to say about that for right now. I might cover holidays again in the future. But, you know, like, subscribe, share, comment, hit the bell, do whatever it is that you do. But I'll be here. And I'm going to be handing out full-size candy bars to any trick-or-treater that comes to this house. Because I don't do fun size. Fun size is boring. Well, that's all I'm going to say about this subject for this year, because by the next video, we'll move into Thanksgiving. Well, that's all I have to say about this for this year. Maybe next year I'll cover it a little better. No. Well, that's all I've got to say about Halloween for this year. Next year I'll cover it again. Maybe do something else. No, don't like that one either. Well, that's all I have to say on that for right now. But who knows? Maybe I'll talk about it again. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, comment, whatever. I'm going to be here, handing out full-size candy to anyone who comes to this house. Because I don't hand out fun size. Because I'm not that guy. I'm not that fox. I get full-size candy bars. Like always, I have some words to leave you with. You do not need religion to have morals. If you cannot determine right from wrong, then you lack empathy, not religion. Bye.